Hi, today I'm reviewing the Acure Radically Rejuvenating Whipped Night Cream. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I will never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com or click on the Amazon link below. So this is one I've been meaning to review for quite some time now, and it's a pretty decent cream. So Acure calls this a cream with multi-peptides, ferulic acid, and vitamin C. Age Performance lightweight whipped superfood cream with multi-peptides, vitamin C, ferulic acid, glacial glycoproteins that soothe and hydrate. So, which is pretty true. So let me get to my first criteria, which is packaging, and love the squeeze tube. Works well for me. Can travel with it pretty easily. I think what's the limit for TSA? Like 3 ounces. So you could probably get by with TSA with this one. So anyway, so I love these. They're just so much easier to travel with. That's all. And you know what? I've got my little one middle bathroom drawer, and I just shove every tube that I've got in there. So anyway, like the packaging. In terms of alcohol, it does not contain denatured or drying types of alcohol, so that's always a good thing. And then in terms of fragrance, it has no fragrance, no essential oils, and no real noticeable scent. So that's also a good thing. Acure, the brand is kind of hit or miss when it comes to essential oils in some of their products, so it's just better to do a little bit of research before you pick them up, but a lot of them are fragrance-free as well, so worth doing a little bit of checking on it. The manufacturing location is the U.S., so no issues with that. My poor box is just beat up. So in terms of ease of use, pretty easy to use. It's got a thicker cream texture to it, so it's pretty thick. It takes a little bit of massaging into your skin. Acure says to use it in upward strokes. I just glob it on. But thicker, I'd recommend using this after you cleanse, tone, essence, if you have any serums you use, and any lighter treatments or lighter moisturizers, apply those first and then apply this after that. It can have a tendency to pill if you use a lot of layers, which I've noticed because in my evening routine I use like 100 different layers. So it can have a little bit of a tendency to pill. So sometimes I'll warm it up in my hands before I'll apply it, which kind of helps prevent the pilling. And then sometimes I'll make sure I apply it at the end of my routine, which also helps if you're applying something over it from pilling over it. So I also love using it on my neck, which is super dry. And then even though it says it's a night cream, in the winter when my skin is really dry, I use this on my face and my neck. I use my neck morning and evening, and I haven't had any issues with it. But if you have more oily skin, you probably want to stick to using it in your nighttime routine. It's kind of more meant for dry to very dry skin or even normal skin, but soaks in pretty nicely after you give it a minute to absorb, and for the most part works pretty easy. No issues at all with that, except for a little bit of pilling just occasionally with certain combinations, and if your layering gets out of control. So just keep that in mind, which is another reason why it's pretty easy for me to use in my evening routine. So okay, in terms of beneficial ingredients and antioxidants, we've got a lot in here. So the first few ingredients are just slip ingredients, which are good for hydrating your skin, but other than that, they don't really have any higher purpose. But after that, we've got marula seed oil, and then we've got that popular EGF, epidermal growth factor, peptides, copper peptides, polypeptides, then we've got ferulic acid, and then on my box, it says ascorbic glucoside. On the list online, it says ascorbic acid. So there is a little bit of a difference. Ascorbic glucoside is vitamin C mixed with sugar, glucoside, sugar. And then that form of vitamin C in the glucoside form is a stable form of vitamin C, which is a good antioxidant, but it hasn't been shown to be as effective brightening skin as like pure ascorbic acid is. So I always go with what's on my box for my review, so just be aware of that. And it might be different, or maybe they recently changed it. I don't know. So keep that one in mind. So we've got that. Then we've got coconut alkanes, salicylic acid, sodium hyaluronate, linolenic acid, lecithin, lactic acid, turmeric, and then those glacial glycoproteins, which help strengthen your skin barrier. They also glycoproteins also help peptides become a little bit more soluble in water and also on your skin, so that's probably why they added those in there. And then I just want to mention that this formula is pretty similar to the Drunk Elephant Protini. I think on the analysis it was like 93% identical ingredients. So the main difference between the two is just the texture of this is a lot thicker, whereas the Protini has a little bit more of a easy to use gel texture. So, but a lot of the other ingredients are very similar. So keep that in mind, especially if you're shopping and the prices are an issue. So keep that one in mind. So, okay, in terms of animal testing, the Acure brand, then this one is cruelty-free, and this product is also vegan. I think almost all their products are vegan. So I know this one is cruelty-free and vegan, so keep that one in mind. And then in terms of performance, so winter finally is here in Minnesota, and I can say adding this into my routine certainly makes a huge difference, especially my neck, which can get super dry and red. Using this for about a week straight has made a huge difference just in my hydration. It's really helped, and especially with the dry skin. So it really helps prevent flakiness, especially if you're somebody that uses exfoliants or retinols. Adding this in will help kind of prevent some of the side effects of those. So certainly has helped the change from fall to winter, and certainly a winning product for those with dry skin or normal skin. So keep that one in mind. And then in terms of price, so this is the full size, which is 1.7 ounces. And then where I picked it up from iHerb, it was about $15. But if you pick it up directly from Acure, it can be $19.99, or Ulta. I don't know if Ulta sells this specific product from Acure, but around $15 is the average. So personally, I think that's a great deal for this product. A little bit can go a long way. And I really recently picked up their sister eye cream to this, and I love this one as well. So, and I think this one is also around $15. Although, if you check it out, Marshalls or TJ Maxx, sometimes they'll have this here, and you can get them in cheaper. I think it's like $8 or $9, so something to consider. And then in terms of the it factor, this one's a winner, in my opinion. Although, if you're somebody that has acne issues or fungal acne, it's well worth being a little bit cautious. So for acne-prone skin, it contains CETEARYL alcohol and SORBITAN isosterate, which can trigger acne. And then in terms of fungal acne triggers, there's CETEARYL OLIVATE, SORBITAN OLIVATE, linolenic acid, and then SORBITAN isosterate. So it's got quite a few, so just be cautious if you're adding this in your routine. And I always recommend, if you have acne-prone skin, don't introduce two products at the exact same time, because it's going to be a nightmare to tell the difference, which one it is. You're going to have to start all over again, take them both out, let your skin heal, and then introduce them separately. I had somebody ask that question the other day. Well, I just started adding these two in. I think it's this one that's causing it. What should I do? I'm like, well, personally, if you really want to find out, it could be either one. You just don't know. Even if one doesn't have any ingredients that appear to be triggers, you just really don't know until you start over, because sometimes it can surprise you what ingredients that seem innocuous can, for some people, trigger it. So for me, sodium hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid can be a big one. I don't know why, if it's just that it sits on the skin's surface for me and suffocates it. So always just introduce it one product at a time, and it's going to be so much easier if you have a problem than going through 3 months of trying to figure out what's going on. Because that sometimes, if you've introduced two products, and a skin cycle can be about a month between it exfoliating and new skin coming up. So you're going to have to stop it, let it heal for a month, and then introduce one product and let it go through a skin cycle and see if it was that. And then take it. Anyway, just introduce them one at a time. So much better that way. So anyway, so shockingly, this got a 10 out of 10, which kind of surprised me. A year ago, I'd have never guessed that, but today, I guess, doesn't surprise me. So it's an awesome product, well worth checking out. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have a chance to try this, and if you have, what your thoughts are. So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for more tomorrow, and thank you guys so much.